This is a disruptive technology company. Basically, we are specialized in DevOps for quite a while. I would like to, give a little bit background on me. This is because I heard few questions this morning. One is DevOps a reality? The other thing is, how do you measure, the success of DevOps? So to, answer those questions, I would like to take this as an opportunity, to give a little background on me. I started as a, developer, and then got fascinated in networking, and systems engineering, and then I landed in the configuration and release management, and I ended in operations. So I think I have, quite a while paused in the SDLC, right? And this was in 2009, late 2009. I was with a startup at that time in ops. So we used to have a hard time for production deployment. I would say the least was 17 hours. A production deployment took 17 hours, holding 20 people in the deployment room, right? So that's where we were. And then we figured out this is not a sustainable model. We have to do something about it. And we formed a team. Couple of people from ops, couple from dev, a person from QA. So we sat together. So at that time, we don't know about the collaboration. We don't know about the communication, right? All these things which you are talking about wrong. So this is like, how can I bring down the 17 hours of deployment into a reasonable time? So we sat together. We worked for 1 full year. And in 2010, we were able to do a production deployment in 25 minutes. So guys, I say DevOps is reality. Because the team we formed, we ended up calling ourselves as DevOps, right? So it is not a separate team, like a DevOps team was created or hired. This is more like a team from various orgs, like 2 from Dev, 2 from Ops, and 1 from QA. We formed ourselves a team called DevOps team, and we made that happen. So DevOps is a reality. I would like to stress that, right? And when you ask, how do you measure the success of DevOps, right? So you measure the success of DevOps, a 17-hour deployment, production deployment, which you don't know whether it is going to be a success or not. How many rollbacks you have done? 2, at 25 minutes deployment, and happily I leave home by 5 o'clock, right? So that's how I say the success of DevOps, is measured, right? With that, we would like to, go with our presentation, which is basically what we are trying to showcase you here is a delivery automation. How we have automated our delivery.
No, not.
So how we have automated basically the delivery, whether it's a continuous delivery or agile delivery or a rapid delivery, however we want to call it, right? So we have a customer who wants us basically to build a SCORM-based platform and a player. And he has specific requirements. So first one is basically he wants to build up a platform which is based on his standards. It's a platform and a player when we say it's an education-based customer. So basically we should be able to read or take lessons online whenever, wherever, whatever browser I use or whatever gadget I use. So that is one specific requirement. The model the customer wants basically is agile development. As I think most of us, we follow agile development in almost all our projects. And then not only the agile development, the customer also wants agile delivery, right? So that's when we talked about agile delivery, that's when the DevOps basically pitches in. And then not only agile development, not only agile delivery, he also wants basically with the high quality. Whatever the product we deliver, it should be of high quality. So these are all the only requirements we got from our customer. So taking together all these pieces, we just come up with a basic few things which we want to put in our solution. First one is, since it's a cloud-based model, we want it to be scalable, right? So we have automation in place for having the scalable terminology. And then what we did was, we want to have a streamline the engineering process. Basically, it's all focused on quality. So we started our approach building the product with the quality as in our mind. That is the approach we wanted to start with. And then we wanted to have a continuous delivery, we want to have a rapid delivery, right? So what are these two terminologies? One, we are talking about continuous delivery, and then we are talking about rapid delivery, right? So when I say a continuous delivery, go on to the next one. So when we say continuous delivery, basically what we say is, I just do a check-in, I have the deliverables available for me in X number of time. So that is what I say is continuous delivery, no manual process involved. But then when I talk about rapid delivery, I want to do whenever I want to do, right? I don't want it to be automatically done. I want to have a click. Like when I click it, it should happen. I don't want to just do a check-in and then I end up in production. I don't want that kind of concept because customer is not interested in that. Customer wants to hold the control with this click, meaning then it's a rapid delivery. So we started with a continuous delivery approach up to the QA environment. So you do a check-in, the QA environment is up and running with your build. And all the test cases are getting executed. And then it is now a single button click, whether it goes to the staging and then it goes to the production. And to make this as a, because it's more of a content thing, we leveraged Amazon S3. And then that's where, from using a CDM Akamai, we are basically spreading out the content. So this is what about, the business overview and the requirements and solution.
Yeah.